Tackling subway crime, it is, of course, a major issue on the minds of New Yorkers.
And today, we are learning how several mayoral candidates plan on keeping commuters safe in the transit system. Fox 8's Morgan McKay is live on the Upper East Side with the messages some of those candidates are sending out tonight. Morgan.
Exactly, Steve and Natasha. Subway safety is a huge priority for New Yorkers, so we're digging into just four candidates' plans right now. These four candidates running for mayor are leading right now in both the polls and in fundraising. So starting first with former Governor Andrew Cuomo. His plan includes beefing up the physical infrastructure of subways to improve safety, increasing the number of mental health teams, and facilitating involuntary removal for repeat offenders on the subway. Cuomo is also proposing that the city hires an additional 1,500 officers that would be dedicated to just transit. His team says that instead of paying officers so much overtime, they will instead rededicate this money to pay for more officers, as well as use money from their plan to crack down on fare evasion. State Assemblyman Zohran Mamdani is also a top candidate in the race right now, although his team says they plan to release their subway safety plan in the next few weeks. But his team giving me a few details, saying that instead of the NYPD handling mental health outreach on the subways, they are proposing a new department called Community Safety, which would be a team of mental health professionals and others who would be tasked with direct outreach. City Comptroller Brad Lander is proposing a housing first model, which would focus on roughly 2,000 homeless people with serious mental illness and place them in vacant apartments that would have an array of on-site services. His plan would also increase the number of NYPD officers, but starts with 10 strategies to recruit and retain officers, including incentives like making it easier for cops to buy homes and giving cadets tuition assistance. Lastly, former City Comptroller Scott Stringer, he wants to increase mental health responders on the subway, and he wants to hire an additional 3,000 cops. Some of these officers will be deployed to subway platforms and train cars during peak commute hours. His team says more details will be released soon. But in response to some of these proposals, the NYPD PBA President Patrick Henry out with a statement saying, quote, fixing the NYPD staffing crisis is not as simple as promising to hire more cops. Police officers are still quitting by the hundreds each month because of the crushing workload, constant second guessing, substandard benefits, and a decade-long barrage of anti-police laws and policies. Anyone who is serious about improving public safety must also commit to changing the abysmal environment and working conditions our police officers face. Professor Darren Porcher explaining more about how this won't happen overnight.
So you have to take a written exam, have to take a psychological exam, the psychological/medical coupled with an agility test. I want to say at minimum, it would be a year, but it's more likely 2 years. And I just think that we need to be more honest to the public and let them know that this is going to take time.
Now, Mayor Eric Adams, who's also a top candidate in the race right now, he hasn't released any new details for his re-election bid just yet. Reporting live, I'm Morgan McKay. Steve and Natasha, back to you.
All right, Morgan, thank you.